All right, Connor, thank you very much. And we have some guests joining us in studio today to talk about an upcoming event. I am joined today by Erin McMurrow with Little Clover Wine Company and Rosa Aguilera with La Monarka Food Truck. And there's an event coming up next Sunday, November 3rd, and it kind of centers around bringing together the wines, or sparkling wines that you make in your food in a unique way, and it's kind of centered around the Day of the Dead, which I think is really exciting. But Rosa, I'd like to start with you. For people who may have heard of the Day of the Dead, but don't necessarily understand like the history and the cultural significance that it has with Mexican culture, can you tell us a little bit about the day?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having us here. I'm really excited about this dinner. More than anything, this brings what we are as a cultural aspect, more than the food and bringing everything in. This is a really special time of the year for us. So we prepare this throughout the whole month of October just to start getting things for the what we call the altar, bringing and reminding our families of our past ancestors, basically. So November 1st, it's a 2-day celebration. So November 1st, we celebrate all the little ones that have passed away. And then November 2nd, everyone else in the family. So usually you'll see pictures of everyone with their favorite food. And that's the reason why we did a little bit here as well with a little bit of food, just to kind of remind them of home.
Yeah, and that their family is thinking of them and remembering them.
Yeah.
And that kind of, that holiday has kind of spawned into this event that the two of you are hosting together. Erin, you've launched Little Clover Wine Company, your own wine company. You specialize in sparkling wines, and you have your food truck, which is very popular around the Finger Lakes region. And you came together and you came up with this wonderful idea to bring the two specialties that you have together. So Erin, tell us about the event that you have coming up.
Absolutely. It all started when I was doing a tasting at a liquor store in Watkins Glen, and Rosa had her amazing food truck outside. So I brought out some samples for her to try, and then Rosa had the idea of us pairing together for a dinner. We had our first brainstorming session. We were looking at dates in November, and I said, let's do a Day of the Dead dinner. Rosa had the perfect location with the 1897 Beekman House in Dundee. And that's how the wheels got going with that.
Yeah, and I think the Beekman House is such a wonderful location. I've been there myself. Beautiful Victorian bed and breakfast. And I know that the owners are also very immersed in like the food, wine, and hospitality culture of the Finger Lakes. So really a wonderful location. So walk me through, I know that there's two different opportunities to attend on the 3rd. Kind of walk us through what that experience the two of you are planning for your guests.
So when guests arrive, they'll be welcomed with a sparkling wine cocktail. So at Little Clover, I produce 3 different sparkling wines, but this is a 4-course dinner, and we wanted to add in some other ways to enjoy the sparkling. So they're going to start off with a sparkling cocktail and some delicious
Arepas. Arepas,
Thank you for pronouncing that correctly.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a little bit spicy.
That is correct. It also has a little bit of chorizo, and then we are, making everything from scratch. All of our seasonings, everything that we do, it is from scratch. Throughout the meal, we're going to be using different types of corn. As most of you know, Mexico is very well known for big on corn. So we are using white corn, blue corn, and yellow corn throughout the meal. So starting with the arepas. So yeah.
And the Mexican and the spice and being balanced out with the sparkling, that just seems like it's going to go together.
Absolutely.
So well.
It's like the food is the reason people gather, and then the sparkling wine makes it a party.
Yes. Correct. And now it is important because there is very limited seating, so you do need to make reservations. How can people buy tickets, Erin?
The best way is to call the Beekman House directly. We were pretty much at capacity, but a couple of people dropped out, so we do have a couple of seats available for the Sunday. But I would suggest calling soon because they're going to go fast. The response has been so great this year that we're planning on doing this again next year as well.
Okay, well, we are looking forward to that, and it is just, I I can just envision what it's like, and it seems like it's going to be such a wonderful event. Erin and Rosa, I want to thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today about it.
Thank you, Renata.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Very much appreciate it.